What is going on, world? So today we're here to talk about my hold on, guys. We have a visitor. Say what up, Abby. What up? For those of you guys that are new, my name is Jeffrey Lopez. Welcome to my channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. But yeah, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the menu system. Right now, I'm currently recording audio through here, so you'll see this is grayed out. But I usually film in B-RAW at a constant bitrate of 5:1. If you need to save more space, obviously you're more than free to go to 8:1, 12:1, works great. But the reason why I prefer B-RAW majority of the time is because you have the flexibility to change things. Let's say you mess up on your white balance, or you need to bump your ISO or anything like that. You have that flexibility in DaVinci to do so, whereas ProRes you are kind of limited. But obviously, if you need something like quick turnaround or you don't need to spend too much time on it, ProRes is completely fine. I've used it a lot of time, but I try to stick with B-RAW as much as I possibly can. So majority of the time, I stick with 6K. Again, personal preference. Let's go ahead and go to the next menu. Obviously, I stick with the film, which is a log, 24 frames per second, unless I need to, record like sports or anything like that. I'll bump it up. Off speed frame rate, so this is like my slow motion. 48 frames per second is my personal favorite thing. It's my go-to. I know a lot of people love the 60 frames or the 120, but I just feel like with the 24 frames per second, just doubled, it looks natural to me. Like, it's just beautiful. Obviously I'm on the USB-C because I'm using this on the SSD. Obviously if you have CFast SD, that's where you're gonna use for your preferred media. And then time lapse, which I rarely used. I've only used it once, I think, and that was with the 4K. Detail sharpening, I have it completely off. Stop recording if the card drops frames. I love this option because it lets you know that you dropped the frame and you're not recording something and let's say it's just like tweaking out and stuff like that. So yeah, apply LUT and file. If you have like a quick turnaround where you absolutely just gotta film it and send it off, then you could do that, but normally I don't do that. Let's go ahead and jump over to the monitor menu. So over here, again, the reason why I switched back to Blackmagic system, specifically the 6K Pro, was to have it compact as possible. I don't even use an external monitor anymore. I'm using this screen that we have here, and it works perfectly fine. So obviously I have this as LCD. If you have an external monitor, you can have the HDMI, or if you're using the viewfinder. Majority of these things I have off. They will be on when I use it on my function settings, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, 3D LUT is always on for me majority of the time. So let's go ahead and go to the next menu. I just have this in meters, anamorphic squeeze, de-squeeze if you're using anamorphic lenses. But yeah, let's go ahead and move forward. So I use a focus assist when I need to, so I have it on color lines. I have it on red, just stands out for me, but you could choose different colors: green, blue, white, black, and red. Red for me. Let's go ahead and switch over. So all this right here is all personal preference. I have it on a 2-4-1 guide. If you're gonna use your grids, you can put in thirds, horizon, crosshair, dot. But yeah, I normally don't use it, so let's go ahead and move. I have it at a LCD brightness of 50%. If it's like very sunny outside, I can crank this all the way up where it gets brighter, but let's bring it back down to 50% right there. Let's go ahead and move over. Now let's go over to the audio. Right now, like I said, I'm filming the audio through this with my Deity Mic 2S. So obviously it's on XLR with the phantom power turned on. Only way to work. If you're using in camera, obviously, turn this into camera mono or whatever mic you're using if you have a regular mic input. But yeah, there's not much to that. I have this at negative 18. Yeah, let's go ahead and move over to the setup. So right here, obviously depending on which country you live, I'm with the 60 hertz. Shutter angle is my preference. Normally we stick with the 180 degree. If you have like flickering lights or anything like that, you can adjust your shutter angle, which I normally wouldn't recommend unless it's like a completely like still frame, like if you're interviewing somebody with like not much movement. But yeah, normally I stick with the 180 degree. Let's go ahead and push over. So here we have my function. So I have my favorite function buttons here. So with F1, I have it as false color. And then if we go to F2, I have my LUT, and then F3 will be my focus assist. So obviously, you know, choose whatever it is that you want to utilize your function buttons. There's different things like false color, zebra, grid, you know, off speed recording, color bars, record, none. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to focus assist. That's usually my function 3 button. And then, you know, this will be displayed on all your, you know, if you have LCD, external monitor and whatnot. But yeah, there's a bunch of different settings that you can use, but those are my main 3. So let's go over, honestly, I don't use this, so we're gonna go ahead and skip over this. Here, honestly, it just says what your software is. Make sure it's up to date. Yeah, nothing too exciting on here. Let's go ahead and move forward. I have my Bluetooth on. There's a Bluetooth app that I sometimes use where you can control it. I believe I have a video about this. I'll link it to the top if I do. If I don't, I can make a video, but I'm pretty sure I have one. So let's go ahead and move on. Yeah, so right now I have majority of this grayed out because I'm currently recording. But yeah, you can calibrate your screen, your motion sensor for like that new update that DaVinci has. When you want to stabilize the image, it uses the gyro system, which is fantastic. But let's go ahead and switch over. Now we're gonna go to presets. So right here you can create your own presets, and you can import it from your, you know, SD card or SSD or CFast, whatever it is that you use, and import it through here. So LUTs here is where, you know, you have like anything that you import, which I have the buttery LUT. Love those LUTs for certain projects. And then Blackmagic's, you know, LUTs that they have, you know, to extend the video and all that stuff. Depending on what kind of scenery I'm in, I toggle between the extended video or the buttery LUT. But yeah, so let's go ahead, and that's it, guys. Those are my settings. So keep in mind that these are my personal favorite settings. Obviously, you get to know your camera and do as you please, but this is what works for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And until next time, guys. Peace.